So it's been a hot minute, hasn't it? Yeah. Going back to Final Fantasy, quite simply because that's A, one of the things I'm really used to, and B, because Chrono Trigger were giving me all sorts of technical fucking difficulties for whatever reason. I don't really know why. Kept on crashing Streamlabs and ending the stream out of bloody nowhere. Which is a shame, because Chrono Trigger is a masterpiece of a game and I was really enjoying it. I may go back to it, hopefully, at some point. Along with maybe Tales of Berseria, as much as the mascot shit was annoying me. So, for now, I believe we need, among other things, activate these. My FC has been dead for years. I may just wind up leaving and finding a new one. Which is a shame, because I like it here. Alternatively, try and work on reviving it. Also, I've lost a good chunk of my money because I wound up gearing up my tanks. All of them. I mean, the weapons were expensive. Right then. Here we are. By Agents Unknown. Dillion. Taylor, eager to resume our investigations. I know I am. Do you recall that scrap of alien starship we recovered? Well, Inspector Brandyhill has employed his unsettling calculative capacity to extrapolate the damage to the greater whole, and it has concluded that the vessel would be incapable of flight without extensive repairs. Our most likely scenario? Then, is that some unknown agent made off with the starship wreckage, along with Poo-Poo's acquaintance. Fortunately, I have a fair idea who that unknown agent might be. Apologies there. After all, there is a singularly shadowy cabal with a history of concealing extraterrestrial activity. Actually, let's over to Kama first. The Inspector and the others are staying in a dwelling there, and I'd rather not explain myself twice. Well, that's fair enough. I mean, I'm all you really need. Right then. Let's swap my appearances. Find something a bit more casual, something a bit more casual, I think. Right. Portraits. Import settings. Import settings. There we go. Right then. To Kama. It's been a while since I've been here. Normally I don't really go around this bit because there's fuck all here. This may not be the best time to share my conclusions. Natural and friends will be staying here a while longer, it seems. I do hope it's not my house that's brought them all this bad luck. A most terrible development. A most terrible development. Taylor, I'm so worried about the Poo-Poo. I best step off the bed then, aren't I? Well then, Hildy, what you got to say? "'Tis horrible misfortune, Taylor. Calamitous even. Poor Master Poo-Poo was fallen gravely ill." You're going to have to explain why. It's so bluish green. More so, I mean. Could he have caught a cold? I suppose it was quite chilly up there in Garlemald. Poo-Poo is an alien. Who knows what extraterrestrial diseases might be ravaging his body? Natural delights are the best medicine for whatever ails you, as the Inspector himself can attest. Nashru, we're in someone's house! Good God, Nashru, you'll blow our host domicile to pieces! Put them away! If I may, when I was cloned from the Inspector, certain gaps in my knowledge were patched with supplementary data from the Starship's archives. This information included an encyclopedic understanding of Master Pupu's physiology, which should be sufficient for me to diagnose his condition. A Xenoman hybrid mind. That explains the impossible calculations. Suppose so. And there he is. I do wish he wouldn't do that without... Oh, there wasn't even a chair. I have it. Master Pupu is afflicted by a terrible case of the common cold. Brilliant. Yeah. Gods grant me strength. A divinity to a theorist, Master Pupu has no prior exposure to our maladies. He is thus particularly susceptible to infection, and more likely to experience severe symptoms. Aha! It is just as I surmised. We must put aside the case until we've nursed our stricken companion back to health. But even if it is a common cold, isn't there a risk that our medicines do him more harm than good? They almost certainly would. Based on the results of my analysis, however, I believe I can synthesize an effective remedy. We need but gather the ingredients. The ingredients you shall have. So, what are we gathering exactly? Most of what we can require can be drawn from Master Pupu's collected samples. Otherwise, there are only two which we lack. The first of these is the liver of a giant tortoise. A suitable organ can be extracted from one of the Kahava, which won the Salt Twins' welcome. Ah, the slaughtering of monstrous opponents. Sounds like a job for Taylor. Yep, okay, I'll do it. That's what I'm good at, mate. The other material in question is a rare fungus known as damp shroom, which I'm hoping can be found among the Great Works' extensive stock of alchemical reagents. Very well. Nashu, Dillian and I will scour the alchemist's set of shelves. Meanwhile, I would ask that you remain here and keep an eye on our ailing patient. Inspector Brandhill, he's just an expert in all things Thavnair. I won't say expert. Simple conclusions from simple observations, nothing more. As I said, I'm hoping the alchemists have the damp shroom we need, but it really is quite rare. Once you have the tortoise liver, would you be so kind as to assist the others in procuring the fungus? Alright. Can't be that difficult. Then let us not prolong Master Pupu's suffering a moment longer. So we're helping out an alien who's got a bloody cold. Seems we have jobs to do. Further discussion of the abduction will have to wait. Yeah. Don't post any conspiracy theories in the meantime. Near those. And they all are playing bloody card games. Right then. To you, Hildebrand. Right then. Ain't too far, luckily. The wonders of being level 90. Alright then. Fly on over. On the bird. I was expecting something rather different than kill a level 80 opponent that I can basically damn near one-shot. Yeah, that up there, that big crag, that's I believe is where we fought Rubicante. A fight I very much enjoyed. It fucked up the first few times I did it because it took a bit of getting the hang of. I had a much easier time with Golbez, even though that fight were brutal. Right. Your mission was successful, I assume. Ours is ongoing. Who knew a lamp shroom would be so difficult to find? Yeah. Impossible, because it's a fucking damp shroom we're after. Right then, Hildy. What you got for me, man? Probably not much. Ah, Taylor. I had every confidence he would bring us a suitable liver. Alas, the dank shroom yet eludes us. Damp shroom! The alchemist said the fungus has a few applications, so they don't bother stocking it most of the time. Then I must put my keen inspected sense to work. Stand back while I attune myself with the essence of the dank. Damp. The word is damp. The word is damp shroom, and you'll forgive me if I have no faith in your abilities. Harsh! 'Tis close, my friend, and getting closer and closer even as we speak. I hear you folk are in the market of damp shrooms. Might have some to sell, if you're interested. Trustworthy. Trustworthy, my balls. But how? We certainly are, my fine fellow. Right then, if you'll give me a moment to retrieve the goods, we can finalise our transaction upon the perfumed rise. This is a trap. Were it genuine clairvoyance or sheer convenient coincidence? I'm not sure anymore. Though in all fairness, when it comes to Inspector Hildebrand, preternatural perception is one of his least baffling talents. In any case, we should hurry to the rise and take this man up on his timely offer. Yeah, apart from the fact this is a trap. Oh! And there's the creepy little... Will you stop stalking her? Look, you've got to look after it. If you want me to deal with a stalker, I can. We're near some cliffs. There's a lot of them nearby. Could take him to that island and leave him there without anything to eat. I wonder. Does this not strike you as a touch convenient, if not contrived? The inspector saves the day again. Oh, great. She's fallen asleep. Again. Our quest for medicinal components nears its end. Stay strong, Master Poo-Poo. Right. As I'm done with this quest line, I'm going to do my roulettes. Oh, you're here. Good, good. And here's the damp shroom as promised. Oh, glad a wee for your assistance. Ta-ta! Not so fast, there's still a matter of payment. Oh, of course, of course. And how much do we owe you, my good man? Considering the extreme rarity of the fungus in question, I couldn't let it go for less than 1 million gil. What? 1 million gil for one measly mushroom? That's outright robbery. A bargain, I counter. You'd pay tenfold for my price in the markets. I thought to do you a kindness in light of your urgent need, but I am more than willing to find another buyer if you wish to spit upon my generosity. Now, true, how fare we for calling? Diplomat, Inspector. Then this is a prickly pickle. Where are we to obtain sufficient funds at such short notice? What? Oh. Why looking at me? Ah. A million gil, was it? Might have made a bit of money in my time as an adventurer. Say hello, I save you in every sense of the word. Give that man nothing. We have you now, deceitful scum. Your swindling days are over. Beautiful. Red Haunted Guard at your service. We'd received reports of this man's questionable activities and have been keeping a close eye on him ever since. Damp shroom is a rare find in the bazaar to be sure, but only because there's no real demand for it. The price of this charlatan quoted you was, quite frankly, ludicrous. But thanks to your ignorance and poor judge of character, we were able to catch him in the act. As a token of our gratitude, you are welcome to keep the fungus, assuming you still want it. Yes, very much so. That is very, magnanimous of you. Bah, you think I enjoy tricking fools out of the coin? If that bastard hadn't declared my job redundant, I wouldn't have needed to stoop so low. Ah, so the poor fucker got laid off. He blames a rising star among the merchant princes for his woes. Van Hundy, I believe his name was, purchased the trading consortium where the man was working, which led to a restructuring of the hierarchy, put a lot of people out of work. Van Hundy. I know that name. Something about an acquisitions deal gone sour. Father was willing to sell him a slice of his Hannish enterprise, I think, but balked when the man offered to buy our family business in its entirety. Truly, there's no telling how deep the coffers of this Van Hundy are. Nor do any know the secret of how he amassed such kingly wealth so damnably fast. There are whispers, though, that he solved alchemy's oldest and most legendary of problems, the transmutation of base metal into gold. That's not an alchemical problem. That's an alchemical law. You're not allowed to do that, if memory serves. Unlikely to say the least, but whatever is the sort of Van Hundy's riches, he shows no reluctance in spending them. He's bought a historic temple, serviced his home, and commissioned a private airship, among other extravagant expenditures. Nice to some, eh? So he's just a businessman who exploits people, basically. A shitbag. Really don't like business folk like that. Cool, that swindling case has barely started before you sold it, Inspector. All in a day's work, my dear Nashru. I believe our business upon this scented hill is concluded. Let us hurry the ingredients back to Inspector Branderhill, shall we? Alright. Great, we've got... I may have mollified his lordship with the secret of divine manifestation, but the stench of failure yet clings to me. I must redeem myself in his eyes by crushing my most hated foe. Fucking Lugay. We're going to be dealing with him again soon, aren't we? Back here. Back to Kama. Yep. See what we got store for us next. Luckily, they're right next to the mini aetheryte. After all, we pay not a single gil. We pay not a single gil for the damp shroom. The manifestation of such windfalls must be another facet of the inspector's uncannily good fortune. Inspector Hildebrand tells me you have the liver to go along with his damp shroom. Yep, I do. Still fresh. Doesn't smell pleasant, but it's fresh. A fine specimen, thank you. I'll be mixing the ingredients in his starship, so let the convey master Pooper outside that we may administer his medicine as soon as he's ready. Good idea. He's carrying him like a damn baby. Look, the starship's small. I mean, I understand why you're not doing this here, though. This should be sufficiently remote. I'll have the craft come to us, and we can commence the treatment. It must be like the TARDIS, bigger on the inside. And last I checked, Poo-Poo wanted Time Lord. Ah. Could have made me a cuppa, mate. Should have just made him a curry. Already stalker again, Nashru. Oh, I feel so much better. I cannot thank you all enough. You're welcome, little guy. Master Poo-Poo recovered his strength in mere moments. To see his powers of recuperation that just advances his technology. There we go. I came here from another world. Stranger, you've no cause to trust, and yet you treated me so kindly. The people of this tower are so very welcoming. Yeah, don't go to Garlemald, or to a lot of places, they're not that quite so. Ah, you are our dear friend now, Master Poo-Poo. 'Tis our pleasure to help. Oh, for fuck's sake. And it will be my pleasure to harm! You missed. Oh, you're not aiming for us. Oh, great. Look, now we don't have time to calculate. Get out of the fucking way. He's firing a big ass laser at you. Move. Oh, that's handy. I'll not fall for the same trick twice. Ow. Oh. You're not meant to land like that. Oh, for fuck's sake, Inspector. Not you too. He has no idea what the fuck he's doing. Mate, that's a goblin! He does not look happy. Fuck's sake. Great, you fried the professor. The inspector. Again. Fuck's sake. How very unified. Impudent worms. Takes my full power. Oh! That's a nice shot. That's how to hit. That's... I think that's missed. I don't think that did anything. Oh, nice! That I did not anticipate. And the goblin is completely fine. Not again! Next time, try and aim Lugay at the weird little stalker, well, Lalafell, not Tarot, that's Final Fantasy XI. Sorry. He's like, I ain't paid enough for this shit. You took the full force of that destructive beam, yet there you stand, somewhat singed but apparently unharmed. I've pondered and puzzled over this inexplicable fortune of yours and feel compelled to ask. Are you an alien? Fine jest. But I assure you I am without doubt an all-down-born Mandeville of terrestrial urine stock. Hang on a sec. Be glad you were not on webcam, I'm still way too warm. He's Hildebrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. What more do you need to know? Where to even begin? Never mind, we have more pressing matters. Thus locating Master Poo-Poo's missing comrade. It is time we reopened the case of the silent correspondent. Yes, exactly. And I have a firm theory as to who it was that took the wreckage and its erstwhile pilot. The Sharlayans! Look, I'm not a big fan of Sharlayan. This isn't their wheelhouse. I'm all but certain they've allied with insidious extraterrestrials, which means they'll be under orders to remove any evidence of alien activity. Look, they've been talking with moon bunnies, not aliens. I realise how that sounds. I wager we'll find what we're looking for in old Sharlayan. We need only infiltrate their operations and expose this nefarious conspiracy. The Sharlayans can't be bothered to form an ally with foreign nations, much less aliens. And the Loporrits don't count. Also, trust me, they'd sooner flee the star than attempt to subjugate it. While Master Delian's theory does lack supporting facts, we have no other promising leads to pursue at present. Moreover, I understand that Sharlayan sets the standard for monitoring astronomical and astrological phenomena. Mayhap their experts have been tracking extraterrestrial movements? Good point. Good point, that man. I've spoken out of turn. Please forgive my presumptuousness. You actually raised a good point. If anyone's noticed anything, they would have done. Nay, my friend, I too sense our path points to the Isle of Archons. Pack your bags, everyone. We leave for Sharlayan immediately. I mean, there is an experimental way there, but it results in severe ethereal sickness. I don't think you want to see... Well, I don't think you want to see Nashu puking her guts out. My calculations may have failed me. My companions did not. It was your quick thinking that saw the villain laid low. It was a tremendous flourish, no less. Vanderhill told me you all went in search of ingredients for my medicine. I'm so very grateful. The time has come, Talo. Sharlayan is the beating heart of this conspiracy, and I won't let them hide their machinations any longer. Mate, it took them all the effort they have to conspire to flee the star, and even then they would have failed. Why? Because we nicked the ship. Nice teamwork, Taylor. You're well. Thank you, Nashu. Oh, hello. Sharlayan awaits. We need only charter a suitable sea vessel. Of course, but does not the city lie many days' sail to the north? Is there no swifter means of reaching our destination? Yeah. So this experimental aetheryte will allow us to teleport thither even absent attunement? Splendid. Then we shall avail ourselves of the technological marvel forthwith. This ain't gonna end well. I mean, I don't have to worry about that. I am already attuned, as you can see. Mononoke aware. I may have to do that at some point, but I'll do that one off stream, because I don't personally fancy dragging you all through another fucking variant dungeon. Oh God, save me. I hope Dillian wants to attach to his breakfast. Oh, when you travel the cosmos as much as I have, teleportation is not the least bit disconcerting. How severe is your ether sickness, Master Poo-Poo? So this is the city of learning. A sophisticated gentleman should feel right at home here. Ugh. Oh, you all not sick to your stomachs. Experimental aetherites make travel exponentially more fun. Sometimes feel though I'm the only normal person in this group of eccentrics. Oh dear. This is not the time to succumb to nausea. Not here in the belly of the beast. Rumour has it the Sharlayan secret agents travel the star in search of specimens, which they collect and bring home in service to a confidential research project. Said project is conducted in a huge underground military facility. If we're to find answers, isn't that where we need to look? Secret agents. You mean gleaners? Oh, and labyrinthos. Not a military facility. I've been. How do you know? I've been. I say, this labyrinthos sounds promising. I say we head down there and make inquiries as to the whereabouts of our missing alien friend. We seem to take a lift from the Hall of Artifice, yes? Then let us be on our way. They're going to be a good 20 minutes. They're going to be a good while getting there, I reckon. How the fuck do I just... Oh. Warp to the rostra. There we go. It's down here. You think they'd have an aetherite down here, but that makes sense. Also, this is still not a town I particularly like. Never have done. Never will do. Oh, no, thank you. I'm much recovered. If you still think poorly, my all-purpose cure can perk you right up. Blow him up! I mean, it would be no loss, but yeah. What beautiful architecture. Sharlayan is clearly one of your more advanced civilizations. Yeah, shame it's full of dickheads. The city's archives are said to be bursting with knowledge of countless peoples accumulated over the centuries. I'd very much like to peruse the shelves once you've attended to our main mission. Ah, these must be the lifts in question. Do you wish to descend into Labyrinthos, sir? My apologies, but each of your companions must also secure the proper permissions before we can allow them entrance. If it's assurances you need, then surely a single glance is all you require to judge trustworthy. I could certainly make some judgments, That's neither here nor there. Admission to Labyrinthos is subject to foreign policy. Standard technology. I sincerely have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, yet again do our pass the cross in most serendipitous fashion. Father, what business brings you to Charlian? I am in search of a certain object, one crucial to the continued refinement of the Mandeville weaponry. My investigations lead me to believe it is to be found here, in Labyrinthos, and as you also seem to have business down below. This is my son and his bosom companions. If I vouch for their character, will you kindly allow them to board the lift? Ah, Master Godwit Mandeville, the forum sent word of your impending arrival. As a member of the syndicate, your ambassadorial status affords you an entourage up to 5 members. Pray consider they have permissions arranged. I know not your current mission, but for the time being I suggest you accompany me to the Archean. Aye. Oh, no. Oh, good one. You know what? I like her for that. And there's me bird, Jim. And the black chocobo. Yeah. Yeah, that. That's the Savage quest, I believe, which I've not done. I'm not doing Savage Raids. I retired from that content years and years ago now. Life's been a lot less stressful since. And because as much as I do enjoy a challenge, my hands are ruined. Charlian structures truly are works of art. Simply inspiring. Ah, they have transformed this subterranean environment into one more suited to surface beings. I'm reminded of the orbital stations built by my own star. From what Father tells me, this storage facility is replete with samples and specimens collected from every land on Etheirys. If anyone has information concerning visiting aliens and crashed starships, it will be these studious folk. Yeah, they will. Oh, that's the grass! A shiny silver saucer. I'm sorry, but we have no record of any such objects in our archives, either whole or in part. We are not conducting secret research on alien starships. Yes, we did build a starfaring vessel in Thormazane, but it was neither for military purposes nor of extraterrestrial origin. While I cannot assist you with your missing craft, I do recall seeing an individual of like appearance to your companion here. You do? And where was this, pray tell? Meriol Agronomics in the medial circuit. The lift at the back of the building will take you down there. Many thanks, my good man. Well, well, it seems you found yourselves a solid lead. I have my own search to attend to, so I shall bid you good hunting and good day. Alright, and for God's sake, put some trousers on. Those shorts don't suit you, they're too tight. Another round of in-depth inquiries by the ancient of inquiries and friends is in order. To Meriol Agronomics we go. There we go. And I'm on the dog. It sounds like a euphemism. Right then. Yeah, apologies for not being on for a while. Well, again, as I mentioned, there was technical difficulties with Chrono Trigger, which I'll be going back to eventually once I get that shit figured out. I've also had family attempting to drag me. I've also had my sister trying to drag me into drama. I love the woman to bits, but she can be a pain. How could anyone ever mistake me for Mandragora? We look nothing alike! Master, we've found a new friend. Maybe they can help us find the old one. If I may, have you perchance to come across an individual resembling this delightful blue ragamuffin here? Actually, now that you mention it... Yeah. Yes, little blue man. Saw him with my own two eyes I did. And it was no Mandragora. A gleaner in the company of an outsider visitor passed through a little while back. Nothing too unusual there, only this friend he described was scuttling along with them. I know not what purpose brought them to the farm, but whatever it was, they didn't tarry here long. Alright, that's one. That's one. We're going to be going down to Hamlet, aren't we? And then probably down to Aporia. Mark my words, I'll find the evidence I require. They can't hide all traces of their alien alliance. Ah, you must be talking about one of those new Mandragora strains. We whipped up a batch of bright blue stray onions, but I'm afraid they started to rot almost immediately. Not Mantra, you say? Well, the only other bluish things I can think of around here are the grapes. Look how luscious this crop turned out. Yeah. Okay. I like the music in here. It's calming, peaceful. Well, the threat of apocalypse is no more, thank the 12. I feel that even the fruit are more vibrant. Doubtless they too feel the joy of a brighter future. Your description would lead me to believe you're looking for one of the Mandragora hereabouts. But if, as you say, it's something else you're after, then I'm not sure I can be of much help. I've only just started working here, so you may have more luck accessing the older hands. Certainly possible. Minogia. What a name. Oh, isn't my, it's an honour to behold the saviour of Astar. Yeah, nothing I'm after, sweetheart. The true purpose of this place has finally been revealed to me. Had we known our goal was to develop methods of producing food beyond the bounds of the star, would we have been so enthusiastic? Although I cannot help but feel deceived, I'll not allow any of my research to go to waste. I'll continue with every ounce of dedication that I had before. Another cutscene. Yep. Wonderful. That corroborates the information I but moments ago skillfully quibbled out to this farmer. She claims to be an acquaintance with the gleaner in question, in fact, and will bring him to talk to us shortly. Let's round up the others. We should all be present to hear what revelations this professional collector has to share. Alright. Pardon me. You're the folk asking about the little blue man, yeah? Oh, you've bought someone who's practically identical. You must be the same species, surely. My friend really was here, then? You certainly were. If you've a moment or three, I'll tell you the whole tale. To begin at the beginning, I was in Thavner on a procurement mission when I crossed paths with an apothecary and his unusual companion. As I mentioned, the companion was almost your twin in appearance, and the wagon they rode upon bore a damaged vessel, the likes of which I'd never seen before. Could it be? As a collector by trade, I have a certain weakness for oddities. Thus did I hail the apothecary to inquire out of his company and his cargo. The man was only too happy to share his story. He had, it seemed, quite recklessly plunged into the war-torn lands of Garlemald to sell his wares, reasoning that where there was conflict there would be need for medicinal goods. The state of affairs was rather more volatile than he had anticipated, however, and he was soon forced to abandon his venture. And so the apothecary began his long trek home, only to shortly thereafter discover a strange silvery strip, and its shaken pilot crash-landed in a snowfield. Cannot be a coincidence. Story continues. After extricating the battered vessel and its occupant from the snow, he brought them home to Radzat Han. His guests wished to make repairs to the craft, yet even amongst the wonders of the bazaar they struggled to find suitable parts. Hearing this, I suggested they bring the wreckage itself to Labyrinthos, and after they agreed to the idea, I escorted them here myself. Alas, even the Thormazane engineers who worked on the Ark were stymied by the exotic ship, finding its technology impossible to comprehend, let alone replicate. The little blue fellow eventually resorted to drafting schematics. While the engineers followed these step by step to craft the intentional bits and bobs, the apothecary and his companion were waiting here at Merryall. Then what happened? Well, once our industrious visitor had what they needed, they repaired the vessel in a twinkling. The pair then departed almost immediately, and I've seen neither hide nor hair of them since. I'm told the apothecary paid a handsome sum for the engineer's services, but, being typical Charlians, I wager they would have fattly forfeited the coin for a chance to pore over every square realm of that ship. Now, I'm no scientist, but I'm beginning to think such an incredible vessel must have been some kind of starfaring craft. And that little blue man, well, he must have been an alien from another world. Also, I'd like to believe. I'm an avid reader of the Thavnarian truth, you see, and love to entertain these idle flights of fancy. But I've rambled on too long. There are errands to attend to, and I really must take my leave. Good fortune to you. So you found a reader. Can it be true? I have a readership in Charlian. Perhaps I've misjudged these people. So it seems your comrade is hale and healthy, Master Pupu, in the company of Harnish alchemists of undisclosed description. Yes, this is wonderful news. I'm grateful indeed that we made the journey. I have a feeling that the case will soon draw to a close. Come, let us return to Ratahan and continue the search. Alright. Right then. There we go. Back to Ratahan then. Yeah, let's have a look at this. But yeah, also, new expansion for Final Fantasy coming soon. Dawn Trail. And I've just seen where we're going. We're going south. We're going south here. We're going to the west. It's going to be interesting. Right then, let's see what they got for. Right then, let's go and have a chat with that with that nutter. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. To summarise our findings, we now know Master Pupu's friend is safe and in the company of a Harnish gentleman, possibly on this very isle. Oh, that does sound promising. Father, you've returned to the city. I trust it means your own investigation was successful. Oh, that it was. Although laying hands on the object of my desire has been a long and frustrating ordeal, to say the least. Much painstaking research revealed to me the existence of a hereditary Mandeville relic, within which slumbers the secret of weapon augmentation. Yet though I turned out our ancestral home upside down, I failed to unearth the artifact in question. The reason for its absence became clear when I chanced upon the journal of one of our forefathers. He wrote of a visiting scholar's keen interest in the relic, and how he thus surrendered it into Charlian's safekeeping for study. The trail led me to Labyrinthos, and it turned out the Charlians never did find time to conduct their analysis. The custodian and I found the curio tucked away in a dusty corner of the Archean, still awaiting processing. That doesn't surprise me. And here it is, an oddity every bit as perplexing as Godbrand's cipher-bound manual. And how are we to liberate its hidden wisdom? Oh, I can help you with that. These devices were made by the Mandevillians, a starfaring race with whom we once traded. What? The fuck? Well, that explains a lot. Starfaring? Mandevillians? Yes, a highly evolved species with a mastery of advanced technologies. Our peoples shared Inale's inventions, so I'm quite familiar with your family's relic. If you so wish, I can have the device project whatever images were stored upon it. The darkened room would afford the clearest view, however. Let's retire to our rooms in calmer and dim the lanterns. We must behold these secrets in optimal conditions. Oh, great! So you're part aliens. Brilliant. Oh, there's that fucker again. Mandavillians? A coincidental naming, or is there some deeper connection? Yeah, I'll leave you to ponder that. Chances are, the connection isn't all that deep. Chances are you're part Mandavillian. Oh, they're watching now. Everyone comfortable? Let's see what the device has for us. It's a camera. No, it's a projector. Oh, great. I am Hildebrand, wanderer of stars and weaponsmith extraordinaire. First Lord of House Mandeville. This is the Hildebrand, our founding father. Sorry, this has ruined my throat. I record this message that my descendants may know the very truth of their cosmic origins. The tale is long, but I bid you watch until the very end. Heirs of mine, I am not a man born of the star, or even a man at all. I am of the Mandavillians, a race which hails from the far side of the great expanse. Mandavillians are parasitic symbionts. We can only survive by bonding with other life forms. Once our essence has taken root, we supplant the host's mind and strengthen its physical structures, imbuing our new form with a steel-like resilience. That explains a lot. I knew there was something alien about that impossible imperviousness. Then, through the conjoining of compatible host bodies, we produce offspring which harbour the next generation of Mandavillians. This symbiotic variant eventually takes the stars in search of potential new vessels, adapting and multiplying. So it was that our race proliferated and spread throughout the cosmos. Until, tragically, our flourishing civilization was brought to an abrupt end. The End Singer. Every planet upon which we Mandavillians resided was visited by an inexplicable calamity. Our societies were brought to ruin by life forms suddenly twisted into horrific nightmares. Oh, that sounds rather familiar. So even stars far removed in time and space were ravaged by the final days. Desperate to avoid the same fate, a comrade and I boarded a ship and fled upwards into the starry night. We flew and flew until we found a planet, your planet, untouched by the phenomenon. But the rigours of the journey had so damaged our craft that we were forced to make an uncontrolled descent. I.e., you crashed. It wasn't an uncontrolled descent, you crashed. You smacked into a planet. Congratulations. I alone crawled from the wreckage, badly injured and near death. But even as I resigned myself to perishing on this unfamiliar world, I was found by a man who had come looking for the fallen star. As a rule, Mandavillians do not take intelligent life forms for hosts. After hearing my story, however, this sympathetic gentleman offered to become my vessel of his own accord. He was himself inflicted by an incurable malady, and with little time left to live, he seemed content to know that his ailing body could provide a safe haven for another. With his blessing I set about transferring my essence. The man's form was revitalized and purged of its fatal frailty, yet the mind which dwelled within was now my own. I went on to build a new home for myself here, making use of my people's technology to apply the blacksmith's trade. I wed a local lass, and together we had a child. Though not pure Mandevillian, our offspring exhibits the same enhanced physiology, a boon I suspect shall be passed down for generations through the bloodline of House Mandeville. My dear descendants, the folk of this star are most fragile, yet as the first man I encountered did demonstrate, they are nevertheless capable of surpassing love and generosity. As the last of the Mandevillians, I have but one request to make of you. Pray employ your superlative attributes, and my armory of Mandeville armaments, for the benefit of these wonderful peoples whom I hold in the highest regards. And there's the Mandeville dance. Well, that explains a lot. What an astounding development. Oh, for fuck's sake. You flooded the room. I, Inspector Hildebrand Heliodor Maximilian Mandeville, shall heed the passionate plea of my illustrious forebear. No case too big, nor too small, should it be in service to my fellow man. He learned he descended from an extraterrestrial being, and it's still business as usual. But wait a minute, then why is Lady Julian so monstrously strong? Is she a descendant of aliens too? Well, well, this is most unexpected. Never did it cross my mind that our esteemed ancestor might hail from beyond the heavens. I do wonder if that self-same blood still runs thick in our veins. The family tree I glanced over some years ago suggests that... but it's unimportant. My present purpose remains unchanged, and I will bring House Mandeville weaponry to the peak of perfection, for Godbrand, and for the good of our star. Before I forget, I have a gift for you, Talo. Pray await me at the Etherite Plaza, and I shall bring it to you forthwith. That was a 1 hour long quest chain. Some truths can shout the foundations of our beliefs when brought to light, but I have to say, this wasn't one of them. The more staggering discovery that I have devoted readers in Charlian. Those who peruse my publications are allies against the ever-expanding webs of lies and deception, without exception. I've mistrust the Charlian people. They are not collaborators or the architects of conspiracy. They are but seekers of knowledge unafraid to plumb the depths of the unknown. Maybe. They're also cowardly. The Matapupu, though. That one still has unfamiliar motives. I bet my life on it. Stand ready, for we shall have need of your strength when he shows his true colours. Maybe. I hope you've not been waiting long. This is the gift I mentioned. Matapupu's earnest quest inspired me to indulge in a spot of clockwork craftsmanship between weaponsmithing sessions. I thought it only fitting that you be the one to care for its diminutive simulacrum. Consider it a memento of your adventures together. Alright. Oh, and as for our Mandeville weaponry project, I believe my ancestors' artifacts has unlocked the door to the next stage of improvements. Should you find time to offer your assistance, announce yourself to Master Garrot, and I shall endeavour to join you with utmost celerity. Until then, my dear Taylor, gotta wind up poo-poo. So I can make a joke there, quite an easy one. Meanwhile, elsewhere in Thavnair, that's the island where the tower was. Oh. Lord Van Hooty, I come with ill tidings. Professor Lugate set an ambush for his nemesis, but was once more defeated. His current whereabouts are unclear. That blithering dolt. Yeah, but something dangerous. They're cloning soldiers. He's cloning an army. No matter. Preparations are well underway. The manifestation will proceed as planned. Yeah, he's making himself an army. Ain't gonna end well. Oh great, here we go again. I'm not singing along. See you, Inspector. I do like the little Cowboy Bebop shout out there. Right then. Let's go for a word with Geralt. To the High Crucible. Yep. Please note. Yeah, there we go. Doesn't look happy to see me then. Oh, it's you. I suppose that respectable fop did mention he'd made some kind of breakthrough and needed to round up the usual suspects. I shall inform his lordship of your arrival. Taylor! Oh, Taylor, welcome, welcome. I do hope you are prepared for another spot of modest labour, for I have plucked a new weaponsmithing secret from the depths of my family's extraordinary heirloom. As for why Hildebrand abandoned his ciphered journals, 'twould seem he desired the greatest security afforded by the relic's recording apparatus. That he so feared this knowledge falling into wicked hands speaks the destructive potential of what we seek to recreate. Speaking of which, this stage of augmentation will require a fundamental alteration to the weaponry's design. Hildebrand understood that individual wielders have different needs and preferences, and thus conceived of a method to modify each armament's base qualities. Essential to the process is a new type of oil known as Mandeville. By subtly adjusting the precise ratio of ingredients for this coating, we can influence the paths of ethereal conductivity as we see fit. More bloody oil. The oil's chief ingredient is, once again, derived from a meteorite, specifically an chondrite with amplifying properties. So many out-of-this-world materials, but it's unsurprising now that we know the alien origins of Hildebrand's weaponsmithing techniques. Alien origin, you say? Little wonder I wasn't familiar with them. As has become customary, I shall be spared the bulk of the necessary resources while you procure our supply of a chondrite. Oh aye, and a lovely bloody custom that is. Many means I reckon you could buy a mount of them space rocks as well. And I will gladly do so, except the merchant in question will accept naught less than a specific type of tombstone in trade. As much as it pains me to impose upon Taylor further, he is the better equipped to handle that onerous task. I suppose so. These improvements call for a drastic reforging, and it is your expertise that shall see us succeed or fail as well, Master Geralt. Fine, I'll shut me gob and do as I'm told. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm getting the distinct impression you've lost interest in this project. You bloody think? Look, I took this job to pay off my drinking debts. Now I've managed that, I've got no desire to keep working for an underdressed, over-pimped, pretentious arse. I see. Admittedly, even from the beginning, your distaste for me was rather poorly concealed. And I fear such festering antagonism would adversely affect our smithing endeavours. Yes, let's resolve our differences over a flagon of fine spirits. Or several, as circumstances dictate. All at my expense, of course. Oh, you fool, you're taking him for a drink. Free liquor, is it? Then you'd best be bringing your biggest purse. Taylor, you must join us. If you'd be so kind as to secure a table at the Mayhan, I shall be along in short order. Great, we're off to the pub. The hammering continues. Mandeville weapons. Brilliant. Well, firstly, let's see if I can get let's see if I get things I need already. Because I'm basically capped on those tomes, so I've got nothing else to spend them on. No, not yet at least. Right then, to Mehid's Mayhan. And they've got dancers on stage again. Here we go, as always. Oh, a splendid night of spirituous beverages. It's all about this then. I've a mighty thirst and I'm all a bit slaked about cheap stuff. What of you, Taylor? You will be following Master Geralt's fine example. I might have one or two. Very well, then I shall order the same to start. Yes, one large and a tonic, some scotch, some very strong whiskey, I assume. Your beverages, Lord Godbert. Enjoy. To your health, my friends. Right, no point being around the bush. I've hated your guts for a long while now. Ah, so if my insides offend you, and why might that be? Because for a proper artisan, devoting to your craft ought to be your #1 priority. But you're off founding a consortium or building some fool's playground for fleecing the masses. You're a bloody merchant, that's what you are. You believe my devotion is insufficient then? Yet our works require not only the sweat of our brow, but capital to cover expenses, no? Thus, does not a steady revenue facilitate the creative process? In that respect, my business ventures have allowed me to indulge in goldsmithing projects I could never have afforded otherwise. Is it not true that you craft kettles as a means to repay loans or simply make ends meet? Would not a substantial source of wealth spare you such tedious drudgery and empower you to pursue your heart's desire? Booze! We're gonna need more booze over here! He's there like, right, he's like, popcorn? Yeah, please. Oh, gods! What really, Sammy, what do you start your ass on syndicate? How can you grow a daughter worth while we had buried in political shite? You may be surprised. My participation in Uldar's governance opened my eyes to a different world, which in turn provided great inspiration for several original pieces. Godbert has a tolerance! We need to carry him out. I'm not Oh, Jesus Christ. The word savant is what comes into it. Oh, no. No, 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 no. If I was rowing it, it'd be somewhere else. He's a wreck. It would seem Master Girls has overcome its aversion to our partnership. Splendid. Although I never would have guessed carrot juice could be so intoxicating. Ah, I was concerned for our goodsmith's health, you see. That Milial switched his spirits to something less potent several rounds ago. The Mihan's liquors are sublime, but too much can wreak havoc on a man's constitution. You know what? He's a good fellow, is Godbert. He's a good man. Looked after his mate, even if he didn't like him all that much. Yeah. There was a time too when I devoted every waking moment to my craft. But alas, running a mercantile empire comes with its own responsibilities. Monetary woes notwithstanding, I do envy Master Geralt of his purity of purpose. And on that note, let's return to our appointed acquisitions. We shall require 3 chunks of the aforementioned chondrite as soon as you're able. Alright. Right, I best go purchase the bits I need. I would walk around with a poo-poo, but I prefer my friend here. Right then, to the Aetheryte Plaza. Right then. To Jabruna. Right, I'll do that, and then it's time for some roulettes, I think. Blast through as many of... I need to blast through a lot of them. I'm not going to stream tomorrow, because quite frankly I need to figure out a new project, and I've got a week off work, so I'll be doing I might be streaming for a good chunk of the rest of the week. Ah, Eat at the Furnace has me all sobered up. Let's have them special rocks, then. Here you go. I reckon that's enough. But it's one of the things that's been bothering me. Was Rowan there at the Mayan? Don't really remember. Ah, forget it. Let's get his lordship over here before we will lose me will to forge. You two need to go drinking more often. He looks after you. Now for the finishing touch. The Max Alamanderville oil. Before we can finalise the mixture, however, you must tell us how you wish your weaponry to serve you in battle. The ratio of the coating's ingredients will greatly influence the armament's various qualities, so think carefully how you give your answer. Right then. Understood. Your wish is our command. There we go. Also, I'm going to have to fiddle around with Streamlabs at some point to get it to work with Twitter again. Well, Twitter now. Oh! Oh, I like the looks of that! And 'tis done. You're all in the result of undying devotion to craft and excellence. A majestic Mandeville spear. Had you not also bravely confessed your grievances that evening, I dare say this degree of collaborative work would have remained unattainable. Aye, well, my memories are might fuzzy on that score, but I'll take my victories where I can get them. Good move, good move. As always, Taylor, should you wish to enhance other Mandeville weapons in your possession, you need only say the word. My diligent retainer is at your service. Lord God, but though it's strange to admit, the expertise necessary to manufacture the Max Mandeville oil is beyond my limited alchemical knowledge. Don't look at me. If I'm going to make phlegmatic potions, I'd have grown my hair back long ago. I'm aware to prove insurmountable feat for you as well. Which is why I've employed a master alchemist. Well, you're tasting clothes, but at least it's wearing some. Our newest acquisitions of the House Mandeville retinue will assist with further augmentations and oversee the preparation of the oil. It will also be available to readjust your weapon's properties should you but bring him the required quantity of achondrite. This has been a monumental step forward, my friends, yet one stage remains ere the Mandeville weaponry's evolution can be considered complete. I knew you were leading up to that. Let me guess, we're to sit here in breathless bleeding anticipation while you sort out what comes next. Precisely. Preparing the process is like to be a lengthy endeavour, so I do suggest you continue breathing. The final step is upon us, Taylor. Pray indulge this ambition of mine one last time. So it's almost done then. Another relic. There we go. At least this one's probably not going to require a full victory lap. Right then. There we we go. So. Normal raid roulette, go. Let's blast through as many of these as I can. I want to blast through as many of these as I can. I've been taking it a little slowly on this recently just because I've had a lot of other shit on my mind, you know? Oh, straight in. Always nice. See where we are. Be nice for it to probably... Oh, there we go. We're in. Let's see where we've got. Yeah, I've had a bit of family drama recently. Not going to go into specifics because some of it is quite personal, but it is a mess. This won't last. This won't take long. Yep. Halicarnassus. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Got some newbies in here. Yeah. Yeah. Great. We've both been frogged. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. There we go. And they didn't even bother getting out of the way. Brilliant. Playing field. Alright then. There we go. And here comes the dragon. Yep. There we go. Yeah. There we go. There we go. we go. In we go. Well, mind, I've got someone trying to seal hate, even though I've got sage buffs. There we go. Right, we're made. Yeah. Well, this is relatively simple, actually. I figured that out nicely. Yeah. 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 I'm behind her. Yeah. I should have fucking conned them. Con Maki. Well, they better have fucking pigtails if they want to be Maki Ito. Yeah, Maki Ito is one of my favourite indie wrestlers. The Fired Idol. There you go. Right then. Oh, sorry, got an itch. Itch. Oh, sorry. It's somewhere deeply personal. Right then. And that is... I'm only at 50 tomes this week. I'm gonna have to blast through these quickly. I don't mind doing roulettes on stream. There we go. Also, I might have a new housemate coming sometime soon. Good away. This'll be totally before All In, which is a wrestling show I'll be going to in a few months, in a few weeks. I mean, over in London. Yep. Also, been building a few model kits over the last few days. One of them I just finished yesterday. Absolute fucking nightmare of a kit. Like, it took a few hours to do. Like, it took a couple of days to do mainly because of the big dragon that came with it. Still got the weapons to do, but I can do those relatively quickly. And I've got another kit to do afterwards that unfortunately had a few bits missing, so I'll be working on that later. Probably tomorrow. Also, got some maps to do at some point, which doesn't take me too long. I'm going to look at Steam, see what the games I want to stream at some point. I mean, I could do Persona 4, but that's a long project. Haven. Mass Effect Andromeda I'm considering. Tales of Berseria I want to go back to. There we go, that's Duty Pop. Let's see what we've got. I'll be doing Expert and Alliance next. Oh, this won't take long. Yeah. That's an afro and a half. Baby White Mage. They've actually learned, and they've got the right gear. They're actually using the right gear. That to me counts for a lot, because a lot of people don't. Early on, at least. Yeah. Right then. This is one of those fights that does not take long. Oh dear. I've got to do something. I'll do that after the mission. After the fighting. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Yep. You need to kill though to deal with the boss's ultimates. Yeah. Depth of your folly basically means get behind. More plumes. Kill. There we go. Aerial blast, there we go. Yeah. 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 So few tanks remember to full her out these days. You need her around here, that way you don't get caught in the tornadoes. Because they limit the space. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Got her. Right then. No real use for either of those. So I'm out of here. That's accommodation, I will take that. Right then. Now for alliance raids. Beforehand, that's not the gun I need. It's portraits. There we go. See, this is a decent looking glow. I prefer this to the last ones we got. This thing actually looks ominous. I need to shave at some point. Yep. But yeah, Going to be going to All In at the arse end of August. I believe the 27th. So that's going to be interesting, getting down to London. And don't have any matches announced yet. I get the feeling one of them will be Adam Cole versus Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. If I was AEW, I wouldn't be putting the belt on Adam Cole. I'd keep it on MJF until they can put it on Eddie Kingston. Kingston's, honest to God, one of my favourites at the moment. We won't be seeing him in AEW for a bit, because right now he's in Japan participating in the G1 Climax. So if he wins that, comes home, wins the AEW title, wins the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, he'll have done something that even the belt collector hasn't done. Held those two belts at the same time. Anyways, I wonder where we're going to wind up in for this roulette. There we go. Right then, into Alliance Roulette we go. There we go. Got an edge. Right. Labyrinth of Ancients. Got a Dragoon party here. Yeah. Yeah. General rule I've got, if there's another Dragoon in the party, they get the com. Got to stick together. Also, this is one of the only raids I know, the only 24-person ones, that can still wipe people. Because of the boss fight up there, and the boss fight down in the middle. The main reason for that being if people get greedy. Yeah. Yep. And someone has mentioned gear scumming. Yeah, please don't do that. People have shit to get done. If you do that, you're wasting every fucker else's time. Yeah. There we go. Right, in we go. Wrong breath. Yeah, you don't want to get hit by that if you're not a tank. That is that thing hits fucking hard. There. Yep. Yep. There we go. Yeah. There we go. I should have mentioned, when I do this, I only get a good mix of roulette duties. I think that's just because of luck. There you go. Right then. And this bit. So we get a dragon first. This is one of the huge... This place is huge. Yeah. Deal with the Dira first. Yeah. Lesson 1. If you have to run through there, it does damage, so be fucking careful. Right, there we go. Yeah. There we go. Yep. And that's why you pull them all the way south. Otherwise, you're going to take a lot of hits. It's like when this first came out, that would wipe groups easily. Yeah. 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 There we go. Yep. The dragon's down again. And now to wail on the boss. Yeah. 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 There we go. And then the mask can do. Well, I've got no really use for any of the gear in here. I don't really like that much. I don't really like much of the gear in Crystal Tower. I didn't mean to need it. Yeah. 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 Right, let's hope they remember to actually stand on the fucking buttons for this. Yep. See, this place at least looks... It's one of the best... All the raids are really good fucking looking. There we go. Right then. Yeah. Right, off we go. Yeah. 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 There we go. And Avatos is almost down already. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing people forget the most. Buttons. Yeah. They're making a meal out of that. They were making a meal out of that fight. Yeah. Yeah. And this... To mention, this is where they got a bit more experimental with the fights. Yeah. Yeah. Since we don't have to do much. Right, we really don't have to do much in this fight, because Thanatos is going to leave behind by one group at a time. As you can see. Completely fucking invincible. Yeah. 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 Yeah, he's dead. I could have just quite easily just lazed about during that fight, but nah, not my style. I'd rather fight. Oh, fine, kick some ass. Yeah. Man. Path of Redemption, so basically, Walk of Fire, this one's a bit of a pain of a fight. I might just stop streaming in a minute, just do the rest of the millets on my own. Yeah. There we go. Right. Yeah. There we go. I love the music in here. Right, that thing needs to die now. The napalms you kill ASAP. Otherwise they go to the middle and make the big bomb in the middle stronger. There we go. One down. There we go, and now you just blow up the bomb. Right then. Up here we go. To one of the two bosses in here that's actually still dangerous. Like, if you don't get behind the meteors, like behind the comets, Ecliptic Mania will kill you. Yeah. 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 And here we go. Hide! Yeah. Yeah. I missed. I'm dead. No, I'm not. But at the same time, we just lost our healers. Here we go. And now the boss. Here we go. I've been going nearly 2 hours already. Fleagathon. Fleagathon. I'm not even gonna, I can't pronounce it. This fight will kill you if you get greedy. It's guaranteed to. Because if you get greedy during Ancient Flare, that'll kill the entire fucking raid. Yeah. 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 There you go. That's you get to deal with the ads. Fuck, 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 fuck. Yeah, with a lot, yeah, we survived. And they lost someone. Yeah. See, that's the attack that'll wipe a raid. There we go. Whew. That's what will get you the last couple of percent of the fight. The last, like, 5% of his health. You try and whittle him down when he's using Ancient Flare, you will kill the group. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen more than I'd like to have done, to be honest. There we go. He's dead. Yeah. Well, let's see what loot's dropped. That's how you do that. There you go. Now they'll be wanting those. There we go, and I got something. That was a fast blast through a raid. Right then, where next? Which one next? Let's have a look. Expert roulette, I think, because that one we can just blast through very, very quickly. I'll do the rest of my roulettes tomorrow. There we go. There we go. As I said, I need to fucking shave. My face fuzz is getting out of control. Oh, new patch coming October. New patch coming October. Growing light, nice. Another pack coming in January. Number 3, that's not too bad. Apologies for the silence, don't really have that much to say tonight. Let's have a browse of the Gunpla wiki then. Because I'm a sucker for a nice gun. I'm a sucker for a Gundam. Because I've built bloody loads of them over the years. I mean, so far I've done 85. I've got an 86th one to my left. Again, can't finish it until the parts actually arrive. So when that arrives, well, it's going to be fantastic. I'll have to show off my collection at some point, because I've got way too many at this point. So I've got... Well, I mean, the best one in my collection is probably my Strike Freedom, which I'm exceptionally proud of. And that's... Well, I've got a new display cabinet, and that... I found out it fits in there, so it's gone in. I may consider moving some of the other ones in there at some point as well. They're a little pricey, but again, proud of them. Kind of got to be, you know. Just because of the sheer amount of time Gundam's Master Grade ones take to build. I'll have to do the... I mean, I've got some room for some more now, but I don't know if I want to do any more of them. And I've built God knows how many of them over the years. My first one's still in my display cabinet in here, my Epion. I mean, it's a bit of a scuffed kit because of that, because, well, first one I ever did. Ergo, it's not going to be perfect, but it's gorgeous. Little ugly, but it's gorgeous. Big red kit. Took a lot of practice. Also, just having a look through other people's collections, they've got the same bloody display cabinet I have, which is, well, the same new one, that I need to move because it keeps on, because I keep walking into the thing. See, you go out, my kitchen's near my living room, down the hallway to the left. The problem is, the display cabinet is on the left, so I just turn around, bang, straight into a display cabinet, and it's a big display cabinet. I've nearly knocked myself out on it because it's massive. Yep. And last one I should have got the Master Grade Extreme Strike Freedom, but that would have been an expensive undertaking. It's a real rare kit now. Yeah. Come on, pop already. Some asses I want to kick. Even though listening to good music. Might go on might have a little explore. Fuck it, why not? So I'm gonna have a wander around somewhere I've not been for a while. Fuck it. Tempest it is. And I'll look around there in a while. See, this is one of my favourite areas in the entire damn game. The city of Amarot. Such a unique looking place, even compared to, say, especially compared to the rest of the zone it's in, because it's meant to be underwater. And it's just full of towers. And again, that tower up there, right at the very top. I believe that is where you fight the final boss, the Shadowbringers. Right, in we go. Let's see where we've got. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop for the night once I'm done with this. This won't take long. we go. Not heard this music in a while. Yep. Yeah. That's some damage. Here we go. Might not be the usual roulette. The usual one I use, but it doesn't really matter. Also, I think the tank's having a bit of trouble keeping up. Because I've not seen them use a cooldown. Yeah. No, they have used a cooldown. What's that weapon? Yeah. Abyssoskeletine. They're good enough on the main job to clear that. To clear... Pandemonium Savage. Yeah. But we'll lack the viciousness on tank to be able to do this. Yeah. 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 There we go. And he's pulled all of them onto into awkward bloody places. That made things annoying. Right then. Mini-boss time. That's taken less than 3 minutes. I'm still going to use food because, well, means things die quicker. Yeah. There we go. There we go. There you go. Yeah. We're massacring this goofy looking thing. Right. Northeast of the field. And it's going down fast. There we go. Yeah. This is tricky. There we go. And if we don't kill this now, we're about to die. There we go. That got messy. That got real messy. Yeah. Well then, let's keep on going. Yeah, that got a little ugly. And I'll take it. Win's a win, but yeah. 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 There we go. Right. Decent. That got no real use for it. I need some decent fodder anyways. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Right then. Next. Won't be going 10 minutes yet, but it's going relatively well. There you go. Their face. There we go. That was in an awkward position. There we go. Yeah, this mutated crystal polar bear isn't too bad. Yeah. There we go. Right, now we gave even less room to manoeuvre. we go. There we go. Blasting through this relatively nicely. Ain't gonna complain about that. Right. And through we go. Yeah. I just wish you'd stop fucking face pulling. You've got pulling tools. Yeah. There you go. There we go. Yep. Right, giving me fodder soon. Yeah. There we go. And probably when I'm coming the other DPS. One, because I can actually keep up with me. Always a good thing. Two, this tank, while they're alright, they're sloppy. Yeah. I have to deal with a lot of that mid-time. Yeah. And there we go. Now for the boss. This one's relatively simple if memory serves. And I've done this rule at fucking plenty. So it does. The Octa Mammoth. The Big Ugly itself. There we go. Yeah. Here we go. There we go. And this platform's free. Right, so what comes? So I think I know what comes next. Yeah, this. Yeah, this part's a wee bit sloppy. Potent, but sloppy. Oh, there we go. Telekinesis. I'm on a good platform here. Yeah. I keep picking the best platforms for this. Ah, first stroke. Not entirely sure where to stand for this one, because this one's tricky. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. And there we go. Boss dead. No, we have to come to them, because they actually did the bloody mechanics for a start. There we go. Right, extract materia. Always like to do that. In any case, don't leave anyone in mind for raiding tonight, so that is me done. I'll get all the rest of my tomes tomorrow, which actually won't take me that long. Not gonna be streaming tomorrow, like I said, because I'm gonna be blasting my way through Xenoblade 3. Anyways, take care of yourselves and have a lovely night.